Peace, love, and harmony, family. I am infinite abundance, exponentially healthy, wealthy, with the highest potentials for life. Infinitely. And what are we doing right now? Raising those frequencies. And what else? Raising those vibrations. Take that, take that. Take that good ass energy I'm sending and sprinkling all over you right now. You better get it. And what are we going to do? Breathe in this good ass prana that is conscious with all. Let's go. Oh yeah, free to be. Beautiful, authentic, unapologetically. One more time. Deep down from the base of the spines. Yeah. Deep down from the base of the spine. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Feels so good. Oh yeah. And light up each and every one of those chakras as they are in total alignment with the ethers, bringing beautiful manifestations to life as miracles, blessings, and breakthroughs for life, just as a rainbow shows up in the sky. Let's go. Make it deep, make it beautiful. Let's go. Feels so good to be in the land of the living with praises and thanksgiving. Oh yeah, with praises and thanksgiving. Oh yeah. Can I get a what? Can I get a what? Can I get a what? Hello, 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 hello there, hello. Now today, let's talk about why pathological lying is a destruction to the soul. Now, there are different types of lying now. And I always say, no lie is greater than any lie. Even though some people lie with the right intentions. And what I mean by right intentions, they do it not to hurt others or make others feel lesser themselves now. So instead of doing that, they lie about what is actually offensive to not make someone feel insignificant now. But in that have some tragedies, because what has happened is that is turned right back at you for giving consent to knowing that you got to tell them the truth, rather whether it hurt them or not, so that they don't feel like they're on top of the world with their lies now, you know. And that, as I say, no lie is unscared now, because that is always lead to something not working in your favor. But when it comes to pathological lying, or what do you call it, compulsive lying, you have a whole different ball game going on there. And this is the one that does cause a lot of distortion in life now, you know. And one is not awake and aware, you, you can get carried away with pathological liars because they do a lot of research on how emotions and how the human being functions to manipulate and gaslight people with the lies now, you know. And as I say, if you're not awake and aware, you can be deceived with pathological lying. You know, it is a disorder or a disease that human beings or some human beings can't control now. You know, instead of being responsible for the actions, the words, and the deeds, they'd rather tell you a lie or make you to believe that that is not what happening in the life now, when clearly you witness it for yourself. And when you ask them about it, they tell you they don't know what they're talking about, or they don't know where you get that from now. You know, guys, the gaslight is 10 phase in it. You know, they rather lie than to be responsible for the actions they take now, or the words that they don't hold authentic to now. And when you catch them and you confront them about it, instead of saying, well, I do this or that because X, Y, Z, or give an explanation, which could also be a lie too, if you're not aware of what they're saying, if you're not in tune with yourself and what they're saying, you can get caught up in that. You know, me, I ain't no saint. And I'll give you one story that happened to me in my life now. You understand? And I took accountability for it a couple months after, when I was in a relationship with somebody. Because now that's what it is to me right now, no. You know, it was just a relationship as a catalyst to keep me stuck in 3D. You understand? So I had to create what I had to create for me to stay in one space. So now it's just these people who are gone out of my life. It's just nothing to me, you know. But I will give you the stories that make me realize to myself now. Every time I corrected a wrong in my life, how much more forward I moved for within myself now. And in that particular relationship, we had broken up for like 10 months and we regained the relationship. And when I regained the relationship, I was the breadwinner because he wasn't working. But he did mention to me that he lost $1,600, and he knew that to himself that it was somewhere around where he was staying, you know, and it didn't bother me well in case like that, but it, you know, because I was now doing the breadwinning. And one day, I think I stayed home from work, um, from the job I had then, and I was going through cleaning out the space that I'm in and going through all his stuff, you know, to pack things and put things in order so that he could find his things. And I went into this basket with a lot of little pieces of gadgets and paper and all kind of things, and I said, let me clean out the basket and use the basket as a bin. And while cleaning out the basket, I bounced up an envelope, and it had, when I opened it up, it had the $1,600 in it. Now, when I saw the money, I was like, first wanted to give it to him, but then knowing why he wanted to find it back, knowing very well that I am sacrificing my finances for us to live, and what I went through with him then, I decided, look, in his mind it done lost, and I'm the breadwinner, so I want to take this money now and put it towards food for us. He didn't have to know anything, you know. And I did exactly that. I even give him $200 to keep for himself, you know, so he could have some money and wouldn't have to depend on me giving him any money now. And that worked out real well for me in that particular time and space, because it also brought balance back onto my finances while being the breadwinner. And right about 2 or 3 months after that whole situation, we end up in a discussion where we were intimate with each other and talking about lies and all these different things, and and my conscience beat me. My conscience was like, you know what, Nell, tell him the truth. You understand? At least he will understand that, hey, it did something for us at the point in time that I wasn't having for us to eat, as I would love to, for us to eat. And it is so that I opened up myself and was authentic with myself and let him know what happened and what transpired, you know. And I can tell you how freeing that was for me, because I didn't have that burden resting on my chest now, and quite frankly, I was ready to suffer the consequences, because that relationship was real controlling. So, you know, but instead of him reacting and showing me, you know, he was like cool with it. At least that's what I see, what it seemed to be, until the rest of the journey ended up turning out nasty. Anyway, I'm saying this to you today because he too was a pathological liar now. You know, he would say things and never do it. You understand? He will read stuff, documents, historian stuff to me. He will talk about 5D consciousness with me. He will do all these things, but his actions and his words never aligned with what it is. He opened my eyes too now, because I was receiving it differently, intuitively. And when I gave him the truth and told him this is how I understand it, he will say he don't know what world I living in, because that is not what he's seeing happening outside himself. And I used to tell him, well, that vision is not outside, it is within me, you know. And he would lie and lie and lie and lie and lie, just for me to doubt my reality. And because I knew what I was hearing within me and experiencing all these supernatural things happening to me, I chose to listen to me, which brought me to the space that I am in this present moment, living authentically with myself, because I trust my intuition, and it is, let me tell you something, it has made me the fucking happiest woman on the planet. You know, alongside some of my beautiful friends who have helped me reinstate my authority as the goddess I am. You know, so I say to you that they're beautiful souls because they're not hard to see. Pathological liars. They say one thing and they do the next. They lie about things that they do and make you feel that you're going crazy when you witness exactly what they do. And the way to combat this, when they lie in your face now, don't do like me in some instances because of the intentions that I have not to hurt feelings, had not to hurt feelings now. Tell them off the battle. You're lying to me. You understand? And see what will happen. And don't be afraid to expose them in front of you, regardless what they say after. Because the secret ain't hard to see, you know. It ain't hard to see. You understand? And this is what makes our life beautiful intuitively, you know. You know, they make false promise, a future fake. They procrastinate. They live in one state, never improving, you know. And this is the difference between them and us now. You know, I watch my life went from nothing in 2022 to regaining everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. I'm not just talking about material things. I'm talking about my soul, essence. I'm talking about everything that is beautiful about me. Because I choose to live in my beauty unto myself and with other reflections of myself now. And that's why my reality is consistently shifting. And manifestations happen to my life effortlessly. You know? So I say to you that they're beautiful souls. Because pathological liars always trying to get you to believe their fantastical perceptions of reality, you know. And some of them are even unaware of when they're lying to you, you know. And because you can use your senses in a great, great way, you can see them for what it is now. You know? Just compulsively lying for no reason. Just so they could look and feel like if they're just like you now. Not knowing that you already know the truth behind the mask they're wearing. You know, I say to you today, beautiful souls, when you come in contact with people like this, stay far away from them because they cannot be trusted. Well, let me just say, because you know what you know. You will never let these people invade your space just so now. I always talk about 5D being a space not any and everybody can live in now. Because it is pure now, it's authentic, it's on its highest timeline. And because we create authentic trends in 5D, anything that is out of alignment has no permission in 5D and will never have permission towards it, because it is a heart space consciousness and not an egotistical mindset now. It cannot be fooled with dogmatic perceptions, concepts, standards. To merge with 5D now. And once you are in this state of consciousness, you most definitely will see pathological lion from a distance. It's just a facade that most humanity put on just to seem as though they made it. Oh gosh. But nevertheless, beautiful souls, it is because of pathological lying that most of these people are not in tune with the soul. And if they continue like this and not listen intuitively, they will lose their soul. And it is constantly choosing to lie compulsively. The source of beingness within them will cause them to come to their own demise for their life now. Meaning that Father, Mother, God don't have a problem with them losing their life to the pathological lying now. Because that not enter any space if it's not heartfelt now. And this is the reason, like I said earlier on in this message, no lie is great. Not even you want to protect somebody's emotions is great, because it ultimately comes back and bite you in the ass when you could have just told them the truth up front. So, in general, authenticity will save you a whole lot of energy that you wasn't prepared to put out. But now that we know what we know, and we can see what we can see, and hear and feel is not us. We let go of people's inability to be authentic with us and move on and live our 5D reality. I am infinite abundance, exponentially healthy, wealthy, with the highest potentials for life infinitely. Please tap that like button, subscribe to my channel, share this with someone who needs to hear this. Yes, share this with someone who needs to hear this, because enough is enough. And we all can see some people just love lying about reality. They just love lying about themselves. They just love lying about who they are not. And we ain't had time for that. Once again, I am infinite abundance. Yeah. And will always be beautiful, authentic, unapologetically expanding our consciousness, exponentially living in our truth, our wealth, our health, bringing beautiful manifestations from our heart in reality, while our love reigns supreme and shows up as blessings, miracles, and breakthroughs for ourselves. Eco-friendly, sustainably, and efficient for every human being and species on this planet, living on the highest timeline in 5D reality. I love all of you. High vibrational. Yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. 5D New Earth Stars.